All right, everybody, we are recording and we are ready to go. This week, I felt like last week I just talked nonstop, blah, 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 blah. So I told Andrew that this week it's his turn to do it. So if everybody wants to mute themselves for the time being, that would be really helpful. That way we don't get background noise. And as we go along, I'm sure we'll ask for some participation and stuff. But anytime throughout it, you guys can always use the chat box and we will, if you have questions or just want to add your 2 cents, we would love to hear from you. So, all right, Andrew.
All right. So I started kind of thinking about some of the biggest things that we've run into as we're teaching classes and as well as some of the questions as we've talked to potential business builders, what they've asked us and wanted to know about building a business. And so I thought today I'd kind of talk about some tips in getting the most out of your time for building your business, no matter whether you've got 40 hours or 2 hours a week, whatever it is. Just some things that can help you get the most out of those hours. So I think one of the biggest things, and I know it was the big thing for me, and in the beginning, is I felt like I didn't know enough to teach a class, or I wasn't prepared enough, or didn't have all of those things. And I think that all of us kind of go through that stage where we want to have a little bit more knowledge before we just start jumping in and talking to people about it. But I think the biggest thing that we need to remember is to not wait, to not wait and say, I've got to have all this knowledge, or I've got to have all of these materials and all of the oils and everything, because that just is creating a barrier for yourself, first thing. So I don't know if anybody else has dealt with that, and maybe some of you want to share a little bit about your experiences, either your own or people that you've worked with on your team that have maybe waited too long. I could share one about my sister. I think she had almost every oil there was, and had at least 1 or 2 packets of every kind of, for a while there, they had like the edge trainings and all the different handouts that you could do for oils classes and mommy classes and baby classes. She had everything that there was, and she was always preparing, but I don't think she ever held one single class. And so I think she was doing the business for, what do you think, 4 years or so, Christy?
She was one of our, she signed up after we had been in for probably a year. Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
So,
well, getting ready to do the business for 4 or 5 years.
She was very much a getting ready to do the business person. And we helped her here and there, and even taught some classes for her and stuff. But eventually she just said, this isn't working for me. Would you guys want to buy all my materials and buy me out of the business? And it's sad because she had every potential to do it, but really she just prepared and prepared and prepared, but never actually took the action to have a class. So does anybody else have a similar experience or seen that? And Julie.
So my doTERRA experience started because I owned a retail store. And of course, when you own a retail store, you have to have all of it. And we had a wall that I bought every single tear sheet literally that I could find. And I bought clipboards to go along with them. And I put every tear sheet on the clipboard, and we were selling the tear sheets for 25 cents each. Literally, I had an entire wall just covered with tear sheets, and it was so overwhelming. But I remember when I closed my store like 7 months afterwards, and some of my team leaders at the time were like, what are you going to do with all those tear sheets? Can I have them? And I was like, no, sorry, I'm getting rid of them. And I literally threw them all away. because they were like so useless. It was just, I mean, it was great to have tear sheet, but I didn't need 500 of them.
Yeah.
Because what it showed my team members was like, they thought since I had all those tear sheets, they had to have all those tear sheets. And so in the beginning, we had a lot of people who were buying a lot of supplies. And now sometimes I teach a class on the fly with a bottle of peppermint that's in my pocket. So yeah, completely night and day. Completely night and day. Don't buy tear sheets. Only buy a few tear sheets if you have to have them.
Definitely. One of the things that we've found is, I guess you can use handouts and tear sheets, but we found that it's easier to get started though if you have just the basics. doTERRA has a really good class in the box. I think it's on temporary hold right now while they get the new natural solutions guide with the new kits and stuff on it. But they have a really great class in a box kit that gives you everything for to teach a class. But we just get those natural solutions guides, and that's what we hand those out. We gather them back up at the end if they don't purchase anything. If someone asks if they can have one, we allow them to take it or whatever. But it also helps you to make that step and get started without knowing everything, because everybody can read off of a piece of paper and just let everybody else kind of follow along. The next tip is to schedule your time, and I think that this is a really big one, because I know that I'll say, okay, I have 5 hours this week or 10 hours this week or whatever. And so instead of knowing exactly what I'm going to do with those 5 or 10 hours, in the past, I've jumped on and been like, all right, I'm going to get on and I'm going to find somebody that I know would be interested on Facebook and talk to them. And next thing I know, I've just scrolled through Facebook for 5 hours. And so if you don't have an agenda or know what your end goal is and what you're actually trying to do, it is easy to get distracted, and it is easy to let something else pop up in your day that takes over those hours that you would normally be working. So another one is to group like tasks together. So if you're going through and you're doing your rank planning and you're in your back office already, you may want to look at your leaders and see if they've got, many times Christy will be in our back office and she'll see someone that is like 2 PV away from getting their free oil of the month, and just letting them know and say, hey, you're only 2 PV away. If you do 2 more PV, you're going to get your free oil this month. So just little things like that you can do, that since you're already in your back office, you can look at those things and also help your team out. Another one is to have a class on your calendar, to be planning, not only to be planning, but have it scheduled and be inviting people to a class. And whether that's just a class on your personal calendar saying, I'm going to invite one of these 5 people to a one-on-one, if one-on-ones are what you like, or if you're inviting a bunch of people to a class or a webinar, make sure that you have one on your calendar, and you're going to do it whether people show up or not. Because if it becomes something it's easy for you to just erase off your calendar, say, well, nobody signed up for this week, or nobody got back with me. Pretty soon, 2 or 3 weeks of that, and you don't even show up for your class anymore. So you need to make sure that that's always there. And then you also want to make sure that you've got some time scheduled for personal development. Are there any personal development things that you guys do that you find help out with building your business, or even any other things that you guys use in scheduling your time?
I've started like having a power hour before my kids get up in the morning. because once the kids are up and life is just life happens, and that's when I do my personal development, because I find that personal development helps me stay on track and helps me stay focused on pipes. And I do I kind of make each day, Monday through Friday, a pipes day. So Mondays I might prepare, what knowledge do I need, whether it's for a one-on-one about, maybe I'm talking to someone who's got pets and is nervous about using oils with pets or whatever. Then the next day thinking about, okay, inviting. And then obviously presenting, I do lots of different days and enrolling different days, but supporting, like, okay, who haven't I talked to in a while? Who can I reach out to? And that kind of thing. So it helps in my mind to break it up in days. And Julie, I also use time blocking. It's really helpful.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can I throw something in, Andrew?
Yeah.
So I think that one thing too that's really helpful, on Saturday, I woke up and I just was like, I want to be intentional with this day. I want to get a certain amount of things accomplished. And so I just did kind of a running tally of the things that I wanted to do that day, and I got them all accomplished. And so last night, before I went to bed, I actually got a sticky note and wrote down all the things that I wanted to accomplish today, just so that when I woke up in the morning, most of us will look at our phone first thing. That's kind of a habit. I actually stuck the sticky note on my phone so that when I'm, pick it up to look at it, see what time it is or whatever, it's the first thing that I'm seeing in the morning. So setting your intentions for the day and being, like Andrew's saying, intentional and having your day planned out is really helpful.
Definitely.
Go ahead. Hey, Andy, I was just going to say, one of the things that I do that really helps me is I keep a list. I make a list every day. I don't use my phone because I write everything down by hand, because it just, for some reason, it helps me remember. And I will carry that list with me everywhere I go. And if something comes to me, I'll add it to that list. And it's not that I complete everything on that list that I want to do for the day or the people that I want to talk to, but it kind of helps me mentally be aware and conscious, so that when I run into those people, I've already thought about it, and I can add things to it, and so that a list, just a simple list, really helps me a lot.
Definitely. I think, like Christy was saying, just that little bit of organization, either first thing in the morning or the night before, makes a huge difference. I do the same thing, especially when I'm programming something or developing something, a software or a website. Those lists help me keep track of what it is I'm working on, and also what it is I've done possibly the day before. There's sometimes with development, there's a lot of things to keep track of, and the same thing with building a business, a doTERRA business. There are a lot of things to keep track of, and if we use a list or even a tool, depending on what you like, the next tip is to use technology where you can. There's a lot of great tools out there as far as keeping track of the people that you're contacting. Google has a lot of free tools with Google Docs, as well as Google Calendar. And there's even really great third-party tools out there that if you want to pay a little bit of a monthly fee, Amplify and Synduit are a couple of them that are really good to help you keep track of your contacts. Also, when you've contacted them and it lets you take notes on what you've spoken to them about. And some of them can even remind you automatically that, maybe it's been 2 weeks since you talked to this person or something like that, to remind you to get back with them if you haven't already followed up. So a use of technology is really helpful, but even just a list, like Wayne was saying, whatever it is that works in your life, find a tool that helps with that. The next one is to have a bag prepared with what you would need to teach a class, whether it's a bag or a box, but what it is you need to teach a class. And for me, I just have it in the back seat of my vehicle all the time. And it's been really nice a couple times when we started talking to somebody that we were visiting with or something, and I can run out and just grab a handout or grab an oil or something, because it's always there ready for a class. And so I have everything there right on hand. The other thing that I would suggest is making a checklist. I think it would probably be pretty frustrating if you got to your class and maybe forgot all of your oils or even forgot the handouts that you were going to teach off of. So a checklist can be really helpful just to make sure that you have everything in your class kit. So, and then the only other thing is visual aids that I feel like have been really helpful for us. The class handouts, we use that Natural Solutions guide, and we use the build guide that doTERRA provides. And they're really easy to use, easy to go through. Everybody has access to getting them. So I feel like that's pretty duplicatable. You could also hand out oil use cards if you have some of those. Just a card with some of the main oils and some of their uses. We've handed out those before in stores to people that, we're walking down the aisle and see somebody looking at Tylenol or something and say, hey, you could use this oil. So those are also some good things. Are there any tools or aids that you guys are using that you feel like are really beneficial to you guys?
So I'm just going to interject really quick too. I think that having a business card is really helpful with your information on it. And if you have a website, that kind of stuff. When we first got started, our business card on the front was our information, and on the back side of it, it had the most common uses for the top 10 oils. So for lavender, it would say, 2 or 3 uses for lavender, and so on, for, frankincense, tea tree, all that kind of stuff. And those were really effective. People really liked them. I loved giving them to people, even if it wasn't a person that I was necessarily talking to about doTERRA, giving them my Modern Wellness business card that has that kind of information on it. You're always putting your information out there and kind of helping people identify some other options. Angie just said the Zimmer Trifold, the make and takes and stuff. She does have some really great, I can't remember her first name, Lisa Zimmer. She has some really great trifolds that you can purchase, and she has them for like medical professionals or for make and takes, just class stuff. And the nice thing about those is that you can print them yourself. And that was one of the things I was actually going to say as well, is that, when we talk about handouts and all those kinds of things and different like cards, that sometimes it can get expensive, and it can also fall under the category of, I don't know, a little bit of waste. Like I know that there's a gal on our team that has like every tool under the sun and has redone her website a couple of times. And now I'm feeling like she's getting really burnt out, and like she's extended a lot of money and hasn't really recouped those costs yet. And so I would be cautious in the amount of money that you're spending on things. Like, you don't need a bunch of stuff. Like Andrew said, just keep it simple. You need to keep it simple. And like Julie had said that as well. All of these things can be beneficial in their own capacity, but don't feel like you need to have all of them in order to be successful. When we got started, I had like nothing. And then one day I was like, oh, I must need all of these things. And so we got all of these things, but then also they will update the enrollment kits, or they'll change the build guide, or they'll, like all these things change, or the product pricing, which, doTERRA's only done that once since we've been in, but it makes an impact on all the things that you have. So it's nice to be able to have the things that you can edit and print yourself to save on cost. And that way you can just print the things that you need. Or if you're going to order things, don't order 100 class handouts unless you are like a class queen and you're getting enrollments from those classes. Yeah, just keep it super simple.
Yeah. I like Tina just said that she just uses a simple piece of paper with the top 10 oils on it, and that's how she teaches a class. And that's awesome. Just it's something that she can print out over and over, easily be able to print out however many she needs for her class, and then keep those around. And they're probably pennies on the dollar compared to, like Christy said, buying 100 class handouts or something. Right now, I think we went out and bought like 50 class handouts, and then they changed all the kits like almost immediately. So that was a lesson that we learned pretty quick as well. Yeah, Julie.
So as far as printing them on your own, because the cost of the ink and everything can get pricey, one of the things that we've done is we have a HP account, and they have a HP ink like subscription. And I want to say, hey, Mike, I think it's $20 a month. So we pay $20 a month, and you have to have a compatible printer, and they send you the ink, all the ink you need. So we don't ever buy ink anymore.
That's pretty cool.
And so you can print, and it counts the pages that you print out. And I think we're allowed like 500 pages. Actually, Mike's coming in here. I'm going to ask him. I think it's like 400. Hey, honey, how many pages can you print on the HP right now?
There's all
About,
different.
like, give me just the basic.
$9.99 for
$10 a month.
I think 500 pages.
He thinks it's
What?
500 pages.
And I think we're paying, no, it's 300 pages.
Oh, 300 for $10.
And then $1 more for like
If you go over it, you have to pay a little bit more. But we have I think we pay
$14.99.
$14.99,
like
and it's
800 pages.
800 pages or so.
If anybody wants it, we can send them a link, and they get.
I can send you guys a link.
They
I think
they get 3 months free. I think
you can get 3 months free, Mike said.
something like that.
That's
I'll post-
awesome.
If you post a link, I could put
Yep.
it in our chat while
Yep.
we're on.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi, Mike.
Cool.
Hello.
So
Hi, Mike.
so it was really awesome because like we actually have it at our business. But so some of my team leaders, if they need stuff printed, like it's a resource that we can like offer. Like instead of for me to go get stuff printed, it's 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
now
really
they
cool.
can just come into town, and they pay, like you said, pennies on the dollar, or
A lot of
things
it has to
like
do with
that.
what printer they have.
and so you do have to have a compatible printer. And I think we paid a couple $100, maybe $200 for a new printer. But it was ironic because we actually needed a new printer. And then it records how many pages you're doing, and then it just sends you the ink. So we're not even having to order the ink.
it comes
The
automatically.
ink just comes automatically when the black runs out or when the red runs out, and you just put that cartridge in. And I think we ordered one extra set just in case. So anyway,
That's
I'll
pretty cool.
put a link in on the chat.
Cool. All right. So Christy is kind of the back office master. And so she's going to talk a little bit about using your back office, and how using your back office can help you organize your time better as well, and utilize that time that you have available. So
Thanks, hon. So before I jump into that, I just had an idea. When Tina said that she has a piece of paper with top 10 oils and a few of the, I don't know, when she said that, I envisioned just like a piece of paper that had the top 10 oils on it with like blank space next to each of them, so that when you're running through a class, people can actually write down the ailments that stand out to them for each of the oils that you cover. I think that would be really great for when we are in college, right, and we take notes, it helps us to retain information from hearing it and then writing it back down and, being able to look at it. And I wonder if that might be a good tool that, Andrew, I would like to implement in our classes.
Okay.
Okay. Anywho, you guys can do it too. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but it seems to me like for the visual learners, aside from just looking at the handouts, but being able to write down like, oh, lavender helps with headaches. And they also said, that frankincense and peppermint combined with it will help. I know that they can take notes on their handouts, but people don't generally. So if we had a separate people that encouraged them to take notes, I think that would be really, and maybe had like the miracle cream recipe or like tooth blend or, some of that kind of stuff that they see how it can actually be used. Okay. That was a total side jaunt. Okay. Back office. I have been called the back office Nazi before. I love the back office. I have a love relationship. There is no hate. It is just a love relationship. Julie just said, yes, you are. It is honestly a gold mine if you will use it properly. And if we were trying to figure out how to do this without like disclosing our whole team's information, because I don't know that everybody would really like that. So I'm going to see maybe if there's somebody else's account that doesn't have 1 trillion people in it that we can do this maybe on a more in-depth back office training. Because there's a way that I set up, and I actually walked Lori through this the other day. There's a way that you can set up your back office in your detailed genealogy that helps you as your team grows. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Some people are offering up their accounts to use. Perfect. I will get in touch with somebody and see about making a video or doing a training from somebody else's account. Anyways, there's a way that you can set up and organize your detailed genealogy that has made all the difference for me in our business. When I go into the back office, I know exactly what I'm looking for. It's easy to navigate. I know a lot of people when they log into their back office, they're just like, I'm like seeing all my retail customers, all my wholesale customers, all of my builders. They aren't sure how to categorize them or to like minimize what they're seeing. You can see their like phone numbers and email addresses and, all these kinds of things, but there's some really specific information that I find to be super helpful when going in there. So Andrew, if you want to put that on our list to do maybe we could do that next week, a more in-depth training. The nice thing is that this isn't like an advanced business building thing. This is right from the get-go, you need to understand your back office. That is how I was able to navigate and hit our ranks and build our business so quickly, was because I was in our back office every day, looking at the numbers, tracking the numbers, looking at my people, who's ordering, who's not ordering, what are they ordering, all of those kinds of things, so that I knew I could keep a pulse on our team and I knew exactly what was going on. So if you're not logging into your back office on a consistent basis, you are totally not using a tool that can make a huge difference in your business. A lot of times, we as a society, it's a out of sight, out of mind mentality, right? Everybody does that. We're so busy with what's in front of us and distracted by what's in front of us that it's easy to forget all of the people that are on our team. And it also has helped me be able to identify as I'm scrolling through and learning people. And when we were first doing the business and started enrolling people and I was placing them on legs, and it helped me be able to know, like, this person is on this leg and this person is on this leg. And so when they would reach out to me or I would see them at convention, I'm like, oh, you are under so-and-so, like it helps there to be a personal touch. I can't say that I'm super great at it now as far as like knowing everybody's location within my team, because there's a lot of people on our team, but I really do try, especially for like convention and type things, like to know who belongs to who at least. But it helps people, feel connected and seen. So as far as the back office goes, like I said, I'm going to go back through my little list of things that I wanted to make sure we touched on and maybe speak a little bit deeper to each of them. So using the back office helps you to keep track of your people and what they're ordering. I went into my back office one time and I noticed that this lady that I had enrolled, I didn't know her because a lot of our people came to us online. I didn't know her personally, but she placed a huge order. Like, I want to say it was like $400 or $500 worth of stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this lady ordering? So I went in there and looked, and she actually had ordered a Class in a Box kit. And I was like, okay, like she'd never talked to me about the business or holding a class or any of those types of things. So it was really interesting to me. And so I was able to reach out to her and see what her interests were. But also in doing that, like Andrew had said earlier, me being aware of what's going on and what our people are ordering, there's also been a time like in the month of February, people love to order get frankincense for free. So they'll do an order in, or not, did I say February? I meant December. Okay, in December, people like to get frankincense for free. And so that's when they'll place a big order, right, to qualify for that. But I've noticed sometimes that people will place like a 400 PV order all in one order. And so they're only getting one frankincense in dividing it, instead of dividing it into two orders and getting two frankincense. So in those instances, I will reach out to them, send them a quick text and just say, hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. The promotion this month, you actually qualified for another frankincense. You should reach out to customer service. Here's their number. And they should send you an additional frankincense so that, you know, because they qualified for it. So Angie just asked, do I keep track of what people order? No way. No, it is just, and I don't look at everybody's orders and it's not something, it's just like after you do it for a long time, you'll start noticing things that kind of stand out. With somebody's order significantly less than it usually is, or significantly more, or has somebody that hasn't ordered in the last 6 months just all of a sudden placed a gigantic order, or, you know, like there's just things that you'll notice as you're going through your back office that will stand out to you. And the more you do it, the more it becomes clear to you what's happening in your back office. So the other thing that I noticed is that there are sometimes people will order month after month after month, like 46 PV on their LRP. And I'm like, 4 PV, they're missing their points back on their LRP orders. And so it's like those people, you reach out to them and say, hey, if you bump up your order by 5 PV, you can be getting, you know, I mean, at that point, they're probably only maybe at 10%. So they're only getting 5 PV back. But if they're at 30%, then that would be 15 PV that they could be getting back month after month after month, which adds up over time. So just keeping an eye on your people's stuff and making sure that they're qualifying for any promotions like the 50 PV on their LRP, to make sure that they are qualifying for their points, or for commissions at 100 PV, or the 125 PV by the 15th in order to get their free product of the month. Or the 200 PV, making sure that, you know, if they're placing a big order, that they're getting the multiple free products that month, that kind of stuff. Just, it also builds a lot of goodwill with your people when they understand that you have their back and that you're looking out for them. And let's see. So Andrew just asked, what do you do when you notice a big difference? I will, sometimes it's just a mental note. So for example, one of the things that I was going to talk about next is keep track of your people who aren't ordering. And so for some people, I have a lady on my team that only orders like twice a year. So a good portion of the year, it will look like she's not ordering. And then like in December or sometime in the spring, there will be some really big orders that come through because that's when she stocks up. So it depends on what the order is, Angie. You know, depends on what they are ordering. If they're ordering, so for like example, if they have a consistent order and then all of a sudden there's a big spike in an order and they're ordering like 10 deep blue rubs and like past 10s, or like, you know, like the pain oils, it kind of tips me off that they have a relationship with somebody or they they're putting things up that allows them to resell them or whatever. So it's a conversation starter a lot of times, or sometimes it's just watching and seeing, you know, is this person going inactive? Do I need to reach out to them? Or are they consistently following their pattern of, you know, placing their big order every couple of months? So if they were ordering 100 PV consistently and then they dropped it to below 50, I would probably watch it for a little while and see if it was just a fluke, because sometimes financially people can't afford to order, you know, just like some month things are hard, right? And they are financially pressed. And so they're not able to order a full order. If it goes on consistently and you know the person, you could maybe reach out to them and see if it is a financial thing. And, you know, would they be interested in hosting a class and possibly bringing in a little bit of side income? They're obviously consistently ordering, which means that they like the products enough to stay on the LRP. But if it's a financial concern, they maybe could host a class. And even if they didn't want to build their own business, you could always offer an incentive to them for anybody, like a referral bonus, essentially. If they will host a class, anybody that signs up, you'll split your fast starts with them. Something like that, that helps them to bring in a little bit of extra money, whether they use it on their order or not. It's just, it's good. It's a win-win for you. They get a little bit of money in, and you get an audience to be able to teach. So, okay. So, let me go back to my list here. Good questions, Angie. I love your questions. So under my keep track of the people who aren't ordering, how long has it been since they've been ordering? Is this like do they order quarterly? And this is only something that you will know if you are in your back office consistently watching your people, because we can only see this month and the 2 months prior. So you can only see 3 months at a time what's happening. You can, in the back office, select to see a column that will tell you when their last order date was. And it's one of the categories that I will look at in our back office to see when the last time people were ordering, because it tells you a couple of things. Like, are they just done? Are they done with doTERRA and they're just not ordering anymore? Like, has it been a year since they ordered? Or has it been maybe since the last run of BOGOs, right, that they ordered, or the last 200 PV promotion, or, you know, something like that. The other thing, though, is that I will look for, especially when it comes to month end. I love going through our back office at month end, and I will look at everybody's teams. Well, I can't say everybody, as many teams as I can, especially if I know if people are shooting for their power of 3 or a new rank or just solidifying a rank, any of those kinds of things. I will go and search their teams and look in their back office and see what I can see that I know they're not seeing. And there have actually been times where I will notice that somebody is missing out on their power of 3 bonus by, like, I don't know, 56 PV, right? But they have somebody on their front line who isn't placing an order and hasn't in over 13 months, which is when they're supposed to be rolling off. And at 1 month or 1 year of inactivity, you can actually ask doTERRA to remove that person from your team. So what I'm looking for in a lot of those times is there somebody who's inactive and has been for a year, and underneath them, there's orders. And if that volume bumped up to that front line, it would give them the additional volume that they need in order to qualify for their power of 3. So I will actually send an email into my account manager and say, will you remove this person? It bumps up. They're able to qualify for their power of 3. A lot of times I don't even tell people what's going on. I just do it because it helps them to be able to earn that check. So it's just those kinds of things, just getting familiar and always looking out for your people and making sure that they're getting the most out of their experience, especially if they're trying to build the business. You want them to be successful at it. And the more familiar you are with your back office and what's going on with their teams, the better off it's going to be for everybody. And if you just get in the habit of doing that, there's a certain level of accountability and a reminder of your stewardship for the people that are under you. So, okay, let's see what else. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, one of the most valuable things that I use the back office for is for rank tracking and Power of Three tracking. Power of Three is super easy because doTERRA does it for you. It's simple. When you log into your dashboard, it's right there on your screen, on your home screen. You click on the 50, the 250, or the 1500, and it'll show you people that have already placed their order. If you have qualifying volume, if your people have qualifying volume, if there's an LRP that is set to be processed. One thing that I would caution against is relying on that solely, and that I would recommend is utilizing your detailed genealogy to double check. So for us, I can go in and I'll click on our $1,500 bonus right at the beginning of the month, and it'll show all these people that are set to process their orders. But I know for a fact that there are a couple of places within those that those people have an LRP that's set to 100 PV, but maybe they have a bad credit card or something. They haven't processed their LRP in a really long time. So people will get in the habit of only looking at that Power of Three tracker, only to realize that somebody didn't actually place an order that they were betting on placing their order. So what you want to do is make sure that you're utilizing your detailed genealogy and your your Power of Three tracker together. Your Power of Three tracker gives you a basic idea. Your detailed genealogy is actually going to clarify everything. So there are even some times where I'll look at our Power of Three tracker and I'm like, this person should be getting their bonus. I don't understand what's happening. And so I'll go into detailed genealogy and I'll start looking in there at what's going on, and realize that one of their people actually dropped their order by like 5 PV, right? Like that happened last month for one of our leaders. I think it was actually their mom. She was missing like 5 PV in order to qualify for her to have her $50 bonus. And her getting her $50 bonus then impacts the person's 250 above her. And so I reached out and said, you know, this is how so-and-so can get their 250 bonus this month. You're going to have to ask doTERRA to convert this one standard order over to an LRP order, which they already had an LRP template in place, but they had placed an additional second order, and it was just a standard order, which doesn't count towards your LRP volume. So you have to have a 100 volume in order to qualify for that to be one of those legs, right, that qualifies for a Power 3. I said, you're going to need to have your account manager convert that one order over. You're going to have this one person roll out, and you're going to have to increase the volume on this one person's order. But really, that was it. Like, she was 3 people away from getting her 250 bonus. It's that kind of stuff. Like, it just, if you go in there and you start tracking, I mean, 250, that's a big amount of money for a lot of people, especially when they're getting started. So that's the kind of things that I look for. Andrew just asked, do you focus more on Power of Three or rank, or does it matter? Hold on to that question. I will get back to you. So then with rank tracking, we actually have a rank tracker that we use in Google Spreadsheets, and we've gone through and like created all of the, what are those equations? That's not the word I know I'm looking for, but I can't think of the right word. That we mathed it out programmatically. I don't know. What's the dumb word I'm looking for? Anyways.
That is good.
What?
Equations works.
Okay. But there's a word for it. Okay, anyways. So like if you're shooting for gold, for example, or even premier, you have to have 5,000 total volume with 2,000 legs, right? Algorithms. No, Jared, that's not it, but thank you. That's not the one I'm looking for. It's okay. Don't try and play in my mind. It's a really dangerous place. So anyways, we have a really amazing rank tracker that you can just plug in your future calculations. That's not what I'm looking for either. But
projected calculations.
No. Okay. Anyways, so when now my brain's all off trying to think of it again. Don't distract me. Okay, so rank tracking. If you're trying to hit Premier, you can put in your future LRPs that haven't processed yet, as well as the volume, the current volume that is there. And it will automatically tally what volume you still need in order to hit that rank that month. So we have it for, obviously, I mean, I think our lowest one starts at Elite on our rank tracker. And then we have them all the way up through Presidential, so that you're able to track volume and see like, so, and the reason why we set this up was because when I was a silver, I had like at the end of the month, it was like a couple days before the end of the month, and I had 800 OV that I could move from enrollments. And I was wondering where I could place that volume to qualify for gold if it would help. And so I got the rank tracker, and back then I just mathed it out like on a piece of paper, right? And I figured it all out. Lo and behold, I was 800 OV from hitting gold. I just needed to place that volume in these strategic places in order to qualify. And it blew my mind. And I was like, lesson learned. I would have hated to miss that rank advancement because I wasn't checking my numbers. So that is why I am like super, super crazy about following our numbers and tracking them and making sure that I know what's going on in our back office, and what's going on with our people and their volume. And like even last month, one of our frontline legs, I reached out to her and I'm like, did you see that you're only like 400 OV away from being able to hit gold? And she's like, I was going to track it today. She's like, thanks for letting me know though. And she was able to pull it off. So she was able to hit gold last month because she went in and figured out where she needed that volume at. And my frontline is pretty good about tracking their volume just because I'm like crazy about it. Yes, it is a template. We will share it with you. We are trying to figure out, and maybe I can grab it. So what you would need to do is just in Google Spreadsheet. So when Andrew gets back on and starts talking, I will go over and grab a copy of it and share it with you guys. And then what you're going to need to do when you get it is make a copy yourself. So when you first log into the Google Spreadsheet, you click up on File and then make a copy and then save it. That's how you're going to need to do it, because if you start putting your information into this spreadsheet, then it's not going to do you any good because it's going to change because somebody else is probably going to do the same thing. So just make sure that you're copying your spreadsheet and then saving it into your own Google Drive so that you can, so we rank track every month to see where our volume is at. And then I actually keep a tally of it so that, you know, from Presidential Diamond, I know how far away we are. On the months that we're not Blue Diamond, I know how far away we are. You know, just that kind of stuff. So anyways, it's made a huge difference for us in being able to do that. One of the other things that I've really enjoyed doing and has been really helpful for us is that we also create a spreadsheet with our monthly earnings. It's a spreadsheet. It has our monthly earnings that we get, our rank, what power of 3 level we qualified for. I also track our first day volume, our 15th day volume, and then our end of the month volume. And that's been really helpful just because it gives me an opportunity. So a lot of times in this business, we will get so caught up in what's happening right now in our business that we fail to recognize how far we've come. And it also helps when you hit July, or okay, well, what July used to be and what February used to be. They used to be low months, now they're BOGO months. But back in the day, when they were low months, it gives you an ability to kind of see the ebb and flow of doTERRA in general, so that when your volume is low, you're not like dying that your business is like crashing or something, right? That you can look at the trend and you can see, okay, well, this time last year, it was low as well. And it also helps to kind of ease your people's minds, because there will be people that will reach out to me and they're like, oh my gosh, my volume is so low this month. I don't know what's happening. Blah, 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 blah. You know, like maybe it's their first year that they've been in. And Lori just raised her hand. We had this conversation not too long ago. it helps people to understand, maybe if they're in their first year and you've been in it for a lot longer and you can see the ebb and flow and kind of the way that it trends, the volume trends, to be able to say, you know, it's actually just the month. This is common for this month. So you don't need to panic about it. Your business isn't falling apart. Everything's okay. Next month it'll be higher. It just helps to be able to understand and track that information. And you can also track, you know, with your earnings, how much you've actually earned since you've been in doTERRA. So you can see that it is actually making a difference, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's really helpful to make sure that that is all detailed out. And it's fun for me now, years and years down the road, to look back on our first year and be like, oh my gosh, can you believe that, you know, that 1 month we only had like 20,000 and now we've got, you know, whatever. It's good to be reminded of where you started and how far you've come. So that one we track mostly for fun, but also it helps us. Like last month, our volume, I was like, I wonder how much our check is going to be based off of our volume in comparison to like other checks that we've received, kind of like, so I was able to look back at other months where we've had similar volume and rank and power of 3 and see what our check was then, to kind of give a projected forecast of what our check is going to be. So anyways, I like knowing all of that kind of stuff. So
we could probably share a template for what that looks like as well, if you guys wanted to track those things.
Okay. I think that is all that I was going to cover. So
10 minutes over our 45 minutes already. So I don't know if you guys have questions and or anything that you want to go through.
Maybe it was formula, Julie. Yeah, it is formula. You know, the equals sum, blah, blah, brackets, yada, yada, yada. That's a formula, right? Caleb's nodding his head, so I
Also
think
an
we're on the right track. Oh, so funny. Okay, well, ask questions while I go over and get these rank trackers and stuff for you guys.
All right. Anybody have any questions or thoughts or? Tina, did you have a question?
Okay, so I'm actually just to make a comment. My very first December frankincense promotion, I actually had an $800 order that was set to process. And I got a phone call that said, if you break that down into 4 separate orders, you're going to get 4 frankincense. So she is truly the Nazi.
Well, see, and here's the thing though, Julie, how far away from me are you?
Oh my gosh, miles and miles. Oh, you mean like on our team?
Yeah, miles and miles.
I think I'm on your 6th or 7th level.
Yeah, it mattered though, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I had 4 frankincense then, not just 1.
Yeah, it makes a big
totally mattered.
Okay, so the rank tracker that I'm finding, the blank one that I can share with you guys, actually only goes up to gold. I'm going to give you the link. I'll go in tonight and add in the other ranks. I think that I had done it that way because we were doing a push for the higher ranks, but I know I have one that has, so I will add in the lower ranks so that, you know, and here's the thing. For like executive director, elite, none of them are legs, right? It's all just volume at that point. So with those, it'll tell you how, basically, so on the rank tracker, what it'll do is it'll show you the number of classes that you need in order to, and it's based off of like 500 OV per class is how it averages out. So if you were to bring in 500 OV per class, this is how many classes you would need to hold, or this is how many, it says family physician kits, home essentials kits, natural solutions kits. So I can update that as well. But I want you guys to have the link right now so that you can save that. And then I will go in and update it tonight. Okay, I will update it tomorrow. I'm not going to get to it tonight. I know I won't. So tomorrow, though, when my kids are at school and I have my work time, I will go in and I will get that all updated to include the lower ranks. Like I said, up to elite, it's just a numbers game. It's just like this is how many enrollments you would need. But at Premier, it starts splitting out into ranks because you need legs and structure in place. So
I was thinking maybe next week when we do a walkthrough of the back office, we could also walk through that, the different rank trackers, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and just show this is how you use it. Because it's not, I mean, it's not super complicated, but if you mess up a formula in one of them, it no longer works. And so,
okay, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just wait. That gives you guys all incentive to be here next week. Okay, we're gonna wait to share it until I can get it all fixed, and then we will walk, like Andrew said, we'll walk you through exactly how to fill in all of the volume and all that kind of stuff. I love that, Andrew. Thank you. Okay, wait. So we are gonna go back to. Somebody asked the question about, do I focus on power of 3 or on rank? And I can't remember who it was. It was Angie. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, Andrew and I love this question because in doTERRA, there are people that are like power of 3 all the way, or they are like rank all the way. Your power of 3 builds your rank. And that's what we did. So when I first got started and I was going through and getting enrollments and all of that kind of stuff, I was building for rank, because in all of the guides, it tells you, you know, at this rank, this is how much of a leadership bonus you're going to get, all that kind of stuff. And then I pulled Andrew in and he was looking at it and he was like, it just seems like you would shoot for your power of 3 because it gets you money faster and a larger amount, right? So you get your $250 bonus versus if you were to get to silver, you didn't have your bonus at silver is only $150. So that's so funny, Julie. Yes, exactly. Thank you for being my echo. It does. It gets power of 3 gets you your money faster. It also helps your people get their money faster. And so when you focus on that, not only is it building your rank because that structure is in place, but it helps everybody get a little bit of money up front, you know, and you're able to qualify for your $1,500 bonus a lot sooner when you're building.
I always felt like it helped to stabilize your team and make it rock solid, because if you've got a leader underneath you and they're making a $50 bonus a month, you know, it covers part of their oils, but they still have expenses in the business. But if you help each of your leaders get their $250 bonus, suddenly their $100 output for their oils each month, they still are making $150 off of their $250 bonus. And if you can help each person build to that, most likely they will never leave, because why would you walk away from a free $150 for paying out $100 and getting product for it?
Yeah.
So that was one of our strategies in the beginning to really solidify our team and help our leaders get some of their income first, was we focused really hard on helping them get their 250.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of those did the same thing, moving down, and that really makes a huge difference for people that are just starting out.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I know that a lot of people will say, you know, I mean, because rank is so visible in our world, there's so much praise for hitting your rank, that a lot of people will focus on the rank aspect of it. But really, you're in this business to make money, right? I mean, obviously, you're here to help people and all that kind of stuff too. But at some point, if all you're doing is helping people and you're not making any money, you get burnt out and you don't want to do it anymore. So it really helps to help other people get their bonuses, like Andrew is saying, but it also helps you to get your bonus. And there is a point, I mean, if you look at ranks and you look at the bonuses that you get from ranks versus your power of 3. So at power of 3, 1,500, you get $1,500, right? At silver, you get $150 for your leadership bonus. That's essentially 1 share of the leadership bonus for that pool. For gold, you get 5 shares of that bonus, or for that out of that pool. So you get $750. And at platinum, you get 10. So you get $1,500 essentially. So you can imagine it takes you all the way to platinum in your leadership bonus to get what you could get from your Power of Three $1,500 bonus. For me, as much as I love rank and love to see people hit their ranks, it's really important for me for our people to be making money so that they feel like it's working for them, right? And I would love to see everybody make their $1,500 bonus and be silver than for them to be hitting gold and not getting their Power of Three at all, just because financially it works out that way. Now, one of the things Julie said though is that if you can place for both, then obviously that's where you want to place, right? Because that's really helpful and it helps you be able to get your bonus, both bonuses. So most people when they're gold have their Power of Three 1,500 structure in place. And so you're getting that 750 from the leadership pool, but you're also getting your $1,500 bonus. So that in and of itself, outside of unilevels and fast starts, you're already bringing in over $2,000 from hitting gold and having your 1,500. So that's where a lot of that, when you look at the average payout of ranks, a lot of that is including that Power of Three. So you want to keep that in mind as you're building. We always recommend our people build for Power of Three. So the nice thing is that once you hit your 1,500, you can start over again. So once you qualify for your $1,500 bonus, you can get a $1,500 bonus again. So we have more than 6 legs on our front line. And so it used to be that we got our double $1,500 bonus consistently. Some of our legs have started being kind of wonky. And so last month was actually the first month that we got our double $1,500 bonus again. But it's a nice way of being able, so if you have 6 legs you're building for presidential or whatever, you qualify off your 3 and then you start with your other 3 and it gives you, that second $1,500 bonus, which is really nice. It's a lot of money. I mean, $3,000, that's a big deal, right? So anyways, it isn't until you get to diamond that your leadership bonus is going to be more than your Power of Three is going to be. So we recommend building your Power of Three so that you can get money and then focus on your rank. Secondarily, I mean, we do
Your
it.
rank will be more stable because of that, though.
Yeah, it will. We do it in tandem, right? Like we focus on our Power of Three and our rank at the same time. But if there's a month where it plugs a hole for our Power of Three, that's generally where we would place that volume, is to make sure that that's what was happening. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay.
All right. Any other questions or thoughts?
Nope. Okay. So next week we're going to go over all of the tracking sheets and pull out, I will find somebody's account to be able to utilize so that we can show you how I set up the columns and organize detailed genealogy and all that kind of stuff so that you guys can utilize your back office effectively.
And we'll go through Rank Tracker as well.
Yep. Sound good?
Cool. Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Okay, we'll see you guys all next week.